Well, hello, Sagittarius. Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. This is not going to be a long read. Okay, i.e. meeting probably won't be at least 45 minutes, okay? But we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you today. Of course, we're going to be using the tarot and we're going to be using the oracles. So let's get to it. Let me say hello to a few of you. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Aura. Hey, Elise. Hey, J-Lo. Hey, girls. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. Let's see what comes out here for Sagittarius. Okay, you had two. Want to take it. Hey, Queen Bee. You have 10 of Swords and 8 of Pentacles. I see this is really good. Wow. And I'm keeping it positive because that's exactly what this is. I know some people will look at the 10 of Swords and automatically think something bad. No, ma'am. No, sir. I see you. This is like and I don't want to be political, but I don't know what the term is. I just remember people saying it. I think it was called build back something. Okay. This is like things building up for you. Somebody put the quote in there, but it's like basically you have experienced a lot of pain, desolation. You have experienced a lot of misplacement. Okay. It's so basically you've been rearranged. You've been dealing with deranged situations. And I'm just being completely honest with you. Just by the look of this, it just looks like you are now gaining victory over your trials and challenges. Okay. And that's just really what this is about. I like the fact that you are more focused on your goals. You're focused on something. And I will say some of you may be like, I don't even know what goal I have. I don't even know what direction I should go in. I don't know right now. And truly, that makes this reading even better. Because even if you don't know, you will know, because the 8 of Pentacles talks about building and planning. So the only way that you can build something is if you know what you're building. You know exactly the destination of the completion of that. Even if it's a relationship, even if it has something to do with, something as simple as like losing weight or transformation of your body. You are committed to something. And I think you feel good with the fact that you're committed to something and that you will be accomplishing it. That's what makes this reading really good. And this is coming out of a very rough error. And let me just say this again. Error. Okay. E-R-A. Not E-R-R-O-R, which could be. But this is definitely letting me know that a lot of you are coming out of very difficult times. And now you're ready to build. And even if you pay attention to this card here, you'll notice that now people are paying attention to her. I mean, you guys are always known to be the leaders, the teachers, the entrepreneurs, the guides. Okay. And this very much so seems like that. But in order for you to be a guide, a teacher, right, a master of some sort, you had to have gone through the fire. Like, what is it that you can teach me and you ain't been through nothing? Really? What can someone teach you and they haven't been through anything? They're just talking. The close to them understanding what it will feel like is if they read it out of a book. And so I definitely see with this reading that a lot of people are very appreciative of your knowledge, of your wisdom, of your guidance, that type of thing. I feel like your faith has been strengthened, or you will be strengthened, because right now you may not feel that way. But again, we're talking about future. Your money is getting better. There are things that are definitely getting better in this reading. This is for Sagittarius. Oh my God. Hello. Even the 3 of Pentacles is saying it. You even had the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which means what? Optimism. This is talking about, celebratory energy, victory again. We talked about victory in the beginning part of the reading because we saw the Ace of Swords sitting there. You got the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Both talks about what? Work. And this is why I said committed to the job, committed to the work that you will be doing. Because it's something you will be doing. Even if you don't know it yet, there's a purpose here. Now, this could be something as simple as you just getting a job. Yes, that could be it. This is like someone, just calling you back and you're finally like, oh, thank God, like I don't have to be in this position anymore because now I got some money coming in. It could be something as simple as that. And I mean, again, you got to start somewhere, baby steps. So even if it's just a job, that means you're what? You're building. But there's something that's actually happening on a deeper level with this reading. Like I said before, it's, what you've experienced that caused so many challenges for you. Now people are recognizing something that you're doing. There's recognition in this reading, y'all. Literal recognition based on a skill. And what is that? What can you do? Maybe some of you guys are really good at leadership. Maybe some of you guys are really good at doing hair. You're really good at spiritual work, guide. Because remember, again, we're talking about this is teacher, so it could be guidance teacher or whatever, something like that, right? You are really good at motivating people. Okay, it is something like that. You're really good at cooking cakes, baking pies, cooking in general. People on TikTok love you. Okay, because there's a million people who making cooking videos, but there's something about you and the way that you cook, the way that your voice sounds or carries or whatever, they are into it. And now there's eyes on you because of your work. And a lot of you are working 9 to 5s right now, don't even realize that you're going to be recognized for something that you've been doing. You just think that you're just going to get up, go to work, and then one day, you're going to come to work and it's just going to be a regular day and someone is going to say, hey, Sagittarius, we got something for you. And do you know that is a real thing? I think I told you the story of this one girl. I think she was I'm not really sure where she was, but I know that she was on a nursing staff and she was working for this doctor for so long, And everyone knew, including the doctor, she was struggling. She was a single mom. She was struggling. And she was, having problems with her car. And the doctor had bought a brand new BMW like years before, but he was never really driving it. That doctor gave that single mom his car. I was like, there are really good people in this world. And that actually kind of changed my whole perspective on like not focusing on the bad stuff. Because you just don't know. And so I'm saying that because when I say recognition, I'm saying you're being rewarded in some way based on something that your hands have done. Whether it's just you writing something down, okay? Or it's about you working together with someone, being cooperative, being able to be a help to somebody. It's like someone is saying, here, you can have this. Like, this is yours. And I really don't know how that's going to play out for you, but it is definitely showing in this reading. I can tell you that. I do know that for some of you, you work for very horrible bosses. They're like the overlord. You go to work every day and you feel, tired. You don't want to be there. You hate the fact that there's people gossiping. You hate the fact that the coworkers, don't give you credit for what you do. Or, they take credit a little bit for what you do because it always happens like that at the job. There's somebody there that does more than everybody. And then the manager comes in and they're like, this place looks clean. It looks amazing. And I'm not talking about at a fast food restaurant, y'all. I'm talking about, y'all know this, me working at the hospital, me working in clinics, right? I'm a Virgo, so I was clean as hell everywhere I went. Clean, straight. And I had one other girl that was with me. She was almost identical to me and she was a Pisces. She was the only person that I ever knew that I worked for who was exactly like I was. And me and her weren't even the same race. We were just so compatible. And I never had to worry about that working at that particular job. But at the jobs before, guess what? When the managers come in there with them lazy ass nurses, they didn't want to do anything. And they're like, oh, everything looks so good. And they'll just sit there and laugh. Ain't worth a damn, right? This is the type of thing that I am seeing in your reading, that you're not going to be overlooked for the things that you do. There's not going to be anyone that's going to take credit for what you have accomplished, even if you worked on it here with the Eight of Pentacles, even if you worked on it for so many years. That's just not going to happen. Okay? This is not going to be a team effort. This is going to be, no, this is you. I love the fact that the Ace of Cups even came out saying it. That is crazy. Ace of Cups is blessings. Sometimes even blessings in disguise. You don't even know how it's going to happen, but there is going to be something here that will happen. Ace of Cups is always blessings to me. We're not just talking about love. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I'm just saying it is something that's causing this your emotional energy. It's like some satisfaction, somewhat, right? Now, we talked about what's happening at your working career. I want to see how good your money is going to get, and then we're going to go to the love portion. You have the Nine of Wands. Page of Cups at the bottom of the back. Okay. All right. Yeah, there it is. There's the Six of Wands. Crazy. Six of Wands, and then you have the Judgment here. There's your calling. Woo! Oh my God. I mean, talk about spot freaking on. There is definitely a calling, a work that is necessary in this reading that a lot of you are going to be led to do. And it's like you know it already. It's kind of like you know it. I feel like there could be some confusion, but there's really no confusion in this reading. It's really not. I don't really see too much confusion when it comes down to your actual purpose. It's hitting the Three of Pentacles and it's hitting the Ace of Cups. You're going to be assisted in some kind of way with this purpose. So one thing I can tell you, this looks really, really good. Now, let me tell you what started off. The Nine of Wands is hitting the Ten of Swords. And it's interesting because we literally talked about challenges. Look how tired you are. I love this image on this card because this is letting me know that there's something here that's carrying you. Even when you're tired, and we're talking about spiritually, yes, but I also feel like in the physical realm, there's going to be somebody. Because see, this is a support system. She's like, oh my God, like, I can't. Okay. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I'm saying that there's a support system somewhere in this reading for you, and I can guarantee it that it's going to be exactly when you need it. Because the Nine of Wands is a persevering card. But it's also the tired card because someone is there helping her. And then look at the card that happens after it, the Six of Wands. Now you're feeling more optimistic about life because something has occurred, something has happened. Even if it's just like, you know, a calling right at the last minute, the 11th hour, something happens that completely changes your mind about the way, you know, you see the world. Okay. Money has not been great. I had to put the last three cards out because I want to see where you were going in this read. Money hasn't been great. It hasn't. For a lot of you, you've been barely holding on. Barely. And it's hard to say, well, stay optimistic, Sag. Stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. And you're like, I have been. Okay. And then the picture with the guy there with the, you know, he's carrying her. She's like, I don't know how long I could take it. I don't know how long I could take this, you know. And then you had the major arcana here with the Judgment. So this is like the universe saying, okay, now there's going to be a judgment call. Now there's going to be a change of trajectory in your life just based on this reading. And I'm telling you, you're going to get rescued. I don't know how. I don't necessarily know when because I don't have your chart in front of me. But I love the fact that there's a resurrection. Because it's so easy just to lay down. Remember that the saying is so easy to lay down and die. It's just so easy to do that. And just based on this reading, it's like, okay, you probably feel that way now, but then all of a sudden your attitude changes and then there is a resurrection. of many affairs. It just depends on what it is for you. That could be love. It's hitting the love. Look, it's hitting work and it's hitting love. Perfect time to actually hit the cards that is going to be referencing what is going to be happening, what resurrection and what area with your money, work, career, and your love, and also just blessings in general, what you're going to feel. A revival. It could be, and I hate to say this because y'all know I don't necessarily like to go backwards, and this doesn't mean it's backwards. The Ace of Cups is a new love. If you ain't had a love life in years, and that's the dead part, right? That's what we're experiencing here with the Ten of Swords, with the butterfly. I mean, you have not had any kind of nothing. You ain't dated in a while. You ain't been wanting to date. You haven't been in that energy. You've been disappointed too many times. Even if you have dated, for some of you, if you have dated, you've been disappointed a lot and you just kind of lost your way. That is going to be something you're going to experience where now you can feel good about the person coming into your life or the person that's in your life. I love this reading. It's always spiritual with you. This is what I always say. Like, I don't need to like even have to think too hard when I'm doing y'all read. Like when Sagittarius comes on or you guys come in the room,